Why, hello there, my friends. It's Admiral Revan here, and hope you're all doing well. And today I have a bit of an interesting gossip topic meant for you. Well, this title caught my eye: The Return of Convoy, and also updating the 3D models of the US destroyers, new map, and other news. And honestly, folks, this is about 11.5 that's coming out soon. Let's go ahead and start gossiping about this in more detail. So, most recently, World of Warships had come out swinging with a bit of an interesting update for a lot of people out there. And as you can see here, this is a video that was done back in version 10.08, I believe. Honestly, that when Convoy mode was first introduced, it was designed for players of 7 versus 7, designed to help each other out and compete against one another in a PvP playstyle of an operation. So basically what they're saying is that in operations, as you know, players are going up against AI and they have been tweaked and done in a certain way. This time around is handled in a more different method. So what's happening in this mindset for this gameplay is that players on both the attacking and defending team will have to work hard together as a team to achieve their objective. As the attacking team, your objective is straightforward: hunt, seek, and destroy the enemy. Basically, your goal in the attacking team is to find the convoy ships and take them down. In terms of dealing with the defenders, your goal is also to defeat the defenders as well, to a certain degree. Now, if you do destroy the defenders and haven't destroyed the convoy, you technically have won. Basically, if you have destroyed the convoy ships though, and the enemy team hasn't defended them correctly, and you have destroyed all the convoy ships, you have won the objective. Defenders, on the other hand, will have the tough job of trying to escort and defend the convoy ships by going through a certain route. Defenders will have to find themselves in a position that they have to find a way to reposition their ships to be close to the convoy or at a distance and actually take care of the enemy as they can. The trouble is that in this time round in 11.5, the planned update for this is that the convoys are broken up into either 2 or 3 directions. Yes, you have heard this correctly, folks. It's a bit of a bigger challenge this time around. This means that players on both the enemy and defending team will have to play this at a bit of a different and greater scale. With that being said, that in Convoy mode 11.5, the biggest change about it is that instead of 7 versus 7, you're going to have at least 12 versus 12 ships on the battlefield. Yeah, that's actually going to be more intense, more challenging, and they have a different variety of maps and routes they go through. Now, honestly, as a person who has been checking it out and see what it's all about, well, I'm going to explain this in more detail meant for you. So here we go. As I was telling you, basically they have changed the gameplay style for Convoy mode to be a 12 versus 12 format with at least tier 8 to tier 10 ships. And on top of that, the following 8 maps: North, Hotspot, Trap, Two Brothers, Tears of Desert, Haven, Crash Zone, Alpha, and Northern Waters will be used. Some of these maps have been used from the Spring Championships as well as Kingdom of the Sea, also from Clan Battles and Ranked, so be made aware of this as well. Some of them are also used in random battles and they can be used to advantage. So if you have already played these maps and you're wanting to study them for your own purposes, definitely worthwhile your time. Keep in mind though, actually I can show you an example here, that here's one of the maps they got shown here of people dealing with 3 different convoy routes, and the ships are broken up into even numbers. So instead of, like, say for example, having 4 here, 4 here, 4 there, they have divided it evenly so that players will have enough ships to defend. And that is the tough part. The tough part is positioning, timing, and everything. So that is really important for you to be aware of. The fun part about this in this whole battle is that it's not to make the whole task so daunting and tedious with the whole defending side of things, but the attackers will find it a bit more challenging as well too. But as I say, so as to not make the task too daunting for the attackers, as well as for the sake of performance, the number of ships in each convoy has been reduced. So basically that the defenders and the attackers will have the equal same amount of ships to defend and attack in terms of the convoy, and the fun part is you, the player, will have to go out there and make sure you position yourself and time it at the right time. And focus fire is your friend in this battle. So that's convoy mode. As you know, that the American destroyers are going to be updated in 11.5 because a few things. 11.5 is going to be really challenging, and it's a bit of a interesting moment here that 11.5 is really focused on updating the models on what they look like for the Manan, the Benson, Fletcher, Gearing, as well as Samsung, Wix, the Clemson, Nicholas, Farragut, and the Sims in both 11.5 and 11.6. So that's pretty much it. They're all work in progress, looking a lot better and sharper and clearer, so that's awesome. As you know, that the Faroe Islands is actually the new map that they've been discussing for quite a while, and this is actually coming out real soon. And at this point in time, it's going to be a very nice new map, and people are going to love it. So definitely be sure to look forward to 11.5. Now, as you know, there's a bit of a new challenge coming up with the Brawls that it's going to be 1 versus 1, and it's going to be great for tier 9 and tier 10. So be prepared for that. It's basically a duel of fates. Yes, I love duel fates. So it's actually going to be very interesting, that aspect. Also, rental commanders, they made a change with it. This is a very interesting one. The rental commanders, basically anything to do with your rental commanders, you can't, change them, retrain them, or anything like that. Basically it's stuck to a Pacific ship, and that's it. Each ship will only be able to have one rental commander, and the one with the most skills and skill points, all other rental commanders trained for the ship will be removed from your account. So that's going to be interesting. 4th of July celebration. Now, as you know, Independence Day is coming over soon for the Americans, so happy 4th of July, everybody over there in the US. Basically, as you know, the 4th of July is very important and symbolic weekend and public holiday for the US, that they have made the Lady Liberty as the commander for it, with very unique voiceover. On top of that, they also have a new symbol as well for combat missions, and a few other things all planned out for this. More details will be coming soon. In order for the Independence Day, they have added the 1776 permanent camouflage for San Diego for the US Independence Day achievement to the game, and it's gonna be good. There'll be the Siren Hurricane achievement as well, upcoming for Clan Season Battles Season 18. And that's actually coming out shortly. So anything you've seen here will subject to change. Alright, so just understand that. With 11.5 coming around the corner, I have noticed a couple things that you should be made aware of. 11.5 is still in development stages, but they have actually announced that the British battleships are in progress in development stages, and accordance to this dev log. Alright, so they're basically testing these new ships in 11.5 and the lead up to it. They all look very nice, and it'll be interesting to see how they will all perform in terms of early access in the near future. There is a new Commonwealth destroyer called the Haroon, which is tier 7, and that looks pretty similar to the Hider, but this is a Royal Canadian Navy warship, and it's going to be a nice DD to play with. So if you like playing DDs, this is a good ship to get. Also a tier 5 Rio de Janeiro, it's actually going to be pretty cool, which is a battleship, and also there's a Pan American. That's very nice. British tier 8 cruiser called the Hampshire, which is pretty good as well. But you know, definitely all of them have unique, you know, abilities and techniques and everything, and all the schematics are in there. Keep in mind that everything in here that you're seeing and reading is actually subject to change. So just to recap, that 11.5 is the lead up for the new Convoy mode. It's actually going to be interesting. This feels like, you know, 10.8 all over again, but it is probably one of the best things I have seen in this video today for the possibility of redoing Convoy mode all over again. So Convoy mode is fun, it's engaging, you can bring your friends in and have a good time. Alright folks, that is pretty much it for now in this video. We'll just see how things pan out, but definitely folks, subscribe to the channel and everything. Thanks for everything, for your support and whatnot. But yeah, we'll discuss more about this soon in the near future when we have more updates. Until then, stay safe, take care, good winds and fair seas, my friends.